Believing in reality. I remember my mother told me something when I was a little kid, and at the time I was like thinking, this doesn't make any sense, and I rejected it. But it somehow uh, stayed. I somehow remembered, and it always came back to me. And now I really believe what she said is true. She said two things. One is everything is an illusion, and two, all I believe is real. So at the time, it didn't make sense because I was not really thinking about these subjects or experiencing things, let's say, that seem to go against the laws of nature, And now I have experienced enough, and I observed a lot as well, to see that everything is a paradox. Like everything is changing, yet it stays the same. For example, you have the seasons, Every year we have the same 4 seasons, but every individual season is changing as well, Like winter is not always the same. Sometimes there's snow, sometimes there's no snow. So there's always winter, but we're never gonna know how the winter is gonna be, So it's always the same, yet different. And the same with the elements. Like I was thinking about this earlier today, that water is always water, And even when it changes to ice, we can see, well, that's water in another form. It's still water, But it doesn't make any sense, how everything works. Like nobody can answer me one simple question, and that's how does this work? How is this possible? My hand is formed like this. I can move. How is this possible? It's a really simple question, I thought, but nobody is able to answer this question. How is this possible? There's no answer, I think. So far, I don't know an answer. And if you know it, please tell me. And to me, what makes the most sense is to just live my life according to my feelings, my sensory perception in the moment, and not so much in my mind, because that usually brings me a lot of trouble and like anticipated pain or fear, I can think myself into feeling shit, and I was really good at this, and now I'm slowly learning to turn this around. But to me, what is real is this, this moment. This is what I can see, what I can smell, what I can touch. But I can also imagine all sorts of things, And in my dreams, I can sometimes fly or breathe underwater. So that's also possible because I can feel that sometimes. I can smell that. I can touch that, So, like I said, everything is real and everything. Well, I didn't say this, but that's basically what it comes down to. Everything is real and everything is an illusion. The nature of reality is the same of the nature of an illusion. Because reality is supposed to be constant, but actually how we perceive this world as human beings is that it's very fluid. It's always moving, So it's not constant at all. There's no consistency. There's no solidity, really. Like everything is always moving and changing all the time. I cannot stop, Nothing in this world, how we perceive this world to be as human beings, cannot stop, And I wonder what happens when we can, when we can change our perception in a way that we enter another world, Because it must be possible, and I'm sure we all do from time to time, or maybe we are like interdimensional and we are already in different worlds where different rules or no rules apply, where things work in a way we cannot explain, we cannot describe, or even remember after we've been there and come back here on planet Earth, you know? Because I had many experiences that where after I came back and had the feeling that I've been really far away, and I remember fractions of it, and I can put some words on it, but that's it. And I know I've been somewhere, and maybe beyond time and space as we know it. Anyway, yeah, I don't have much more to say about believing in reality. Yeah, the reason why this video is called Believing in Reality, because everything is believing. There's no such thing as knowing. And actually, most words are meaningless, are just ideas. And people live mostly by concepts and ideas. Like the fundament, the base of most people's lives, of most things, of most people's lives, only exists in the mind or in the dreams, you know? Things are not tangible, like believing there's only one way, you know? When we live, there's only one way to live, you know? Like when you drop something, it will fall to the floor. Why? We make all these little assumptions like when we do this, that will happen, you know? But these ideas, these things we live by are just concepts. What's a good example? Trust, or morals, morality, or something like the only thing that we are sure about is that we're gonna die, that we are born and gonna. No, why? How do we know that? There no solid arguments for that. They're just ideas, speculations, and very interesting to think about to me, because for me what makes the most sense, what is real, like I said, is this moment, is what I can touch, what I can see and smell and hear, and you know, yeah, that's it. And I hope you yeah, liked it. I don't know, really, I don't really care. But yeah, if you have any questions or something to add on this subject matter, I would love to discuss, and I would love to not even discuss, to just talk about it, you know, express it and learn from each other. So see you in the next video.